Hey guys, how's it going? All right, so today I'm gonna teach you and train you in the art of conversation, how to get a good conversation started and keep it going, and to make it focused around the other person so that they leave your conversation feeling good about themselves, feeling like they actually got something out of your conversation, and left them feeling good, right? Because that's what we're ultimately here to do. We live for other people. As we learned at Danny Johnson this weekend, your life is not your own. Okay, so to be able not to even talk about the coaching opportunity, not to be talking about anything product related, but just to be able to have a genuine conversation and have the other person walk away feeling better about themselves. Does that make sense? Because chances are you've been somewhere like in a grocery store or something along those lines where you see somebody in line, they're having a conversation with everybody around them, right? He looks like the happy-go-lucky guy, and everybody wants to talk to him because he's complimenting everybody, having a good time, telling stories, doing whatever. You can generally tell that specifically around top Beachbody leaders. One of the people I know that's best at this, Tommy Migrant, absolutely, 100%. The guy, everybody flocks around him and wants to take a picture with him. Why? Because this guy isn't really famous for a whole lot, okay? Other than the fact that he went out and changed a whole lot of people's lives, and he became a millionaire in our business by doing and helping other people, making other people feel special and serving other people. Does that make sense? So basically what I'm trying to tell you is if you do enough for other people and help them get what they want, eventually you'll get what you want. But the point is to serve the people that you're around. So the best way for us to do this just from the get-go is to ask them about themselves, right? Because what's the number one thing that people like to talk about? Chances are I'd probably say themselves, okay? Some people like to talk about your kids. Like I know wives, women, mothers, you definitely like to talk about your kids. Like to talk about your anniversary, like to talk about your husband, like to talk about whatever it is in your life that you're passionate about. I'm in college, so I love to talk about LSU. I love to talk about the sports. I love to talk about Beachbody, obviously, what I do for a living. Talk about college. If you're a dad out there, you might like to talk about fishing, hunting, whatever your thing is, whatever your passion or your hobby is. So we're going to teach you the basics of how to actually start a conversation with anybody and get them talking about themselves, because the art of conversation is getting the other person to talk. Okay? Does that make sense? Because if you can go in asking questions and just getting them to talk, they will like you and trust you. Okay? If you can just get them on a roll. Okay? I like to think of myself as a person that holds a good conversation from time to time, and everybody that told me I'm a good conversation holder, every single one, I talked 10% of the conversation. The rest was them leading. Okay, but keep in mind you want to control the conversation and where it goes. Okay, in many aspects. Okay, but to get them talking about themselves and to get them going and to to get anybody to talk, what do you have to do? Well, first of all, you have to go up and say hi, which a lot of times is the scariest part, okay? If you do a lot of personal development, specifically if this is something that's scary for you, I guarantee that will get easier in a matter of minutes. The hardest part is just going up and doing it. The easiest way to kill fear is action. So if you're scared to talk to somebody, I dare you to walk up to someone random and just start a conversation. Just say hi, okay? But what after that? How do we get them to talk about their lives, okay? Well, there's a couple key areas where everybody has in their life that they like to talk about, generally, okay? And you ask questions to be able to get them to talk, right? Okay, so if you ask questions, they will eventually talk about their life. And you ask enough and the right questions, you'll be able to distinguish what their goals are, what their needs are, what are they good at, what are they bad at, if that makes sense, okay? Really get a feel for this person, but it all starts with asking questions, all right? So, we're going to walk you through a little thing we call FORM, okay? F-O-R-M. You can obviously see that behind me. This gives you not a script, but a guide on how to talk to people, how to lead a conversation, get the person to open up, okay, about what it is that they like and what their life is about. Does it make sense? Okay, so we're going to be able to, we're going to break this down for you real quick. Okay, so let's just say I meet John in a supermarket, okay, and I think John's a pretty cool guy, so I decided to go up and talk a little bit with John. I bump carts with him. Hey, dude, how's it going? What's going on? Good to meet you. My name's Sam. What you doing? I mean, where you from? Okay, we're gonna get into that a little bit. All right, how do we lead that conversation? Where do we even start? Okay, well, FORM, if you didn't know, is an acronym. Okay, an acronym meaning there's a word with every letter. Okay, F. What does the F stand for? That's the first thing we're gonna look at. All right. F stands for family, okay? That's what F stands for. F stands for family. Generally, whenever you're holding a conversation, what is one of the first things that people like to talk about? So, John, you got kids? You got a wife? You got, your family from around here? Oh, cool, that's awesome. What's he do? What's your uncle do? How many uncles and aunts you got? How many brothers and sisters you got? Do they like you? Do you like them? When's the last time you seen them? Ask them so many questions about their family, especially if you're talking to a mom. No offense, I'm just saying, moms are the easiest to talk about family because, and for rightfully so. Every mom's got a great kid, okay? Ask them about their kids, ask them what they're like, what they like to play with, how long they've been a mom, how they like being a mom. They will talk forever about their kids. Why? Because they love their kids, and that's what is important to them, okay? And that's what we want them to talk about, okay? Awesome. So, family. Hey, John, you got wife, kids, brother, sister? How many? Where from? Are they all around here? Are you originally from there, or what? Okay, and you can just carry on the conversation asking about family, okay? Next one, O, F-O. What's O? O is occupation. Okay? Occupation. What is occupation? Alright, well, obviously an occupation is a job. Whatever job it is that you hold. The number one thing to ask people about in a lot of conversations between guys, so dude, what do you do for a living? Okay, so you're an occupational therapist. That's awesome. What made you want to do that? That's such a service job. That must be really fulfilling, isn't it? How long have you been doing that? Why'd you start? Did you go to college for it? What kind of degrees did you get? Awesome. So what's been some of the greatest stories behind the office? What are some of the coolest patients you've been able to meet? How do you like your staff? Do you own your own practice? Oh, you don't? Okay, how's your boss? Does he owns just one practice or a bunch of practices? Okay, you get the point. You can carry this on forever and get them talking about what they like to talk about. Okay, if they talk about their family and you're talking to a mom and you talk about their work and they only give like 2 or 3 sentences about their work and they don't seem too excited, yet whenever you talk about their kids and they start talking about family, I'll talk about their family all day long. Why? Because that's what's important to them. Does that make sense? I want to figure out what they like to do, and what they're into, and then work with that, because ultimately I'm in this conversation for them. Okay? Awesome. So the next thing that we're going to talk about, family, occupation, recreation. And by the way, you do not necessarily have to go in an order, but just carry on the three letters. If you do occupation first, hey dude, what do you do for a living? That's completely fine. But this just gives you a guide to carry the conversation for people that aren't good at carrying conversations yet. And that's okay. I wasn't good at it at first either. I've come a long way. By no means am I perfect, but I've come a long way. Alright, F-O-R. R is recreation. Okay? So dude, what do you like to do for fun? Dude, no way, that's awesome. You like to hunt? Dude, I used to hunt a couple times. I haven't been in a while. But yeah, my dad owns such and such a rifle. I own such and such a rifle. We have a camp here, camp there. Where do you like to hunt? What do you like to hunt? Deer, duck? What's the biggest deer you've ever shot? Okay, if it's a mom and y'all like to go shopping a lot. Yeah, girl, what's your favorite store? Oh my gosh, I love going there. Whatever you old girls talk about, okay? Whatever it is, whatever you like to do for fun, that's generally the easiest to get them talking about, because if you can truly let them explain what they love about it, then you will be able to keep them talking about that, about what's important to them, and therefore they will trust you more, and you'll be able to make them feel better and carry on a better conversation. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, and then finally, the last one. You're starting to get the hang of this, right? All right, the last one's a little different than the top 3. All right, the last one is the message. Alright, what's the message? What does that mean? Well, honestly, the message can be a lot of different things, okay? Specifically for our purposes, it might be, the message might be, hey, listen, I don't know if this is your kind of thing. It may not be this thing, but I just got started in this new business. Like you just said before, I know you said that you don't like your job, so it may be a way out for you. It, like I said, may or may not be your thing, but would you want to check it out? Okay, that might be a great segue into leading to the Beachbody coaching opportunity. Or if they're talking about their family, but they're just hard to keep up with, and they don't feel like they get enough sleep, you obviously see a need. Okay, so your message could be, listen, I don't have a whole lot of time to talk, but I noticed that you were talking about you're having a hard time keeping up with your kids and getting enough sleep at night. I actually have a fitness challenge coming up. It may or may not be your thing, but would that be something you'd be interested in checking out? Boom, that's a message. And a message could be about the opportunity. That may not be the first thing. Specifically, if you're having a first conversation with somebody, The message could just be, look, I noticed you in line talking to everybody and just having a good time, and I wanted to let you know that you are a very good conversationalist and that I think everybody that comes around you feels better. So I just want to let you know that. And that's the way to carry a conversation and to meet people and to get people talking. For friend purposes, if you already have their phone number and you already have all the contact information and they're on your list, whoever it is, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is form. You can form them any time if they're a long-term friend or a short-term friend, or if you just met them, get their phone number. Hey, listen, dude, I think we have a lot in common. I'd love to hang out sometime. Go get a drink or go hang out or go hunting sometime. Yeah, would you mind if I got your name and number? And then just add them to your list and then call them, okay? This is about other people. Our job is about service. If you walk through this and go through each one of the FORM and make them feel good and get them to talk, they love to talk about themselves. They will trust you, and you will be labeled a brilliant conversationalist because you make other people feel good when the truth is you're barely saying anything. You're just leading the conversation and asking questions. Okay? So I hope this will help you understand a little bit more. Take it, use it, go wherever you're going, and use this to make other people feel good about themselves and for you to enhance not only your business, but your life and theirs as well. All right, guys, have a great one. I'll talk to you later. Bye.